Hello everyone! So this is going to be my first vlog for riding camp. So this was the first 2 days. So these are actually pre-recorded. I think I forgot to say, so I will put that in the title now on the video, the announcement and everything. But this is pre-filmed. So this was a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. I'm really sorry. I said I'd try to stop doing things that were pre-filmed, but things have come up and it was just the best time for me to upload it instead of uploading it when I actually went. So I just brought Maisie out of her stall and I gave her a little bath, and I've lost the footage for that, so I'm very sorry. And then I just brought her out and then took her around to the trailer. And this is a pretty long one for you, so I do hope you enjoy. I know it's not the most interesting thing, but you could just put it on the background while you play or something. I just thought it might be quite fun. And so basically I just walked her all the way round to the trailer, and she was being so good. She was being such a dream. And so basically we're just walking down to the trailer, and again she was just being so good and helpful and relaxed, and it's so nice when she's like this. And so I just made sure that she was really relaxed because Firgrove is quite a while away and it was being held at Firgrove. So I will get the other ones up. I was going to upload them all on the same day, but I thought it might be more realistic if I upload them on the days that they would have actually been uploaded. And so yeah, so I just brought her down to the trailer, and then I wanted to put her shipping gear on, and it was quite a freezing cold morning, and so I just wanted to, afternoon, sorry, because we left in the afternoon. It was quite cold that day. And so I just put on some really nice woolly sheep wool ones that I said I was bringing, and then this really nice blanket which matches, and then just brought her into the trailer, and then I just loaded her in and then went and said goodbye to Milo. And I did again. It's so funny because you're not seeing everything that I did, but yeah, I did go and say goodbye to Baby, but I had to run back in and then go and say goodbye to him, Finley. I had to run back in and go say goodbye to him, and I didn't bring my camera because it was already packed up. And then I just came out of Firgrove, and everyone was really excited. There were so many people already to get started. There's such a lovely buzz in Firgrove, and especially on riding camp, because there's just so many people getting so excited to ride. And so I just headed over to Karen to just ask her which stall I should go in, and they do get moved into the pastures in the evenings and in the night, because in the evenings you don't really do horse related activities. You kind of go and do stuff with like your friends and stuff, and so I did cut out most of that because it's just not very important, and I thought that you guys would be more interested in the horsey stuff. And so I did not include any of the times that we kind of went and did like other stuff, and just a couple of my friends kind of helped me film some of this, but yeah, and I did bring my GoPro, but I didn't really do much on the Thursday and Friday of GoPro. And this is the Monday and the Tuesday, and so we did this was the Saturday evening, so it was around 4 o'clock at this point, and they just asked you to go and exercise your horse so that you could head out to your activities, because your horse is going to have been in a trailer. Unless you live in Firgrove, then your horse is going to be in a trailer, and they also want it is supposed to be fun, it's not supposed to be difficult, and so obviously it's supposed to test you, but it's not supposed to be unenjoyable. And so basically I just put her in this really cute starry set, which I included in my What I'm Bringing video. And yeah, we headed out on just a quick little hack, just down and back up, because it's not very long, because I got there a little bit later than most other people. And so I didn't have as much time as I would have liked. I would have gone all the way down to where people go to get onto the road to go to Mistfall, but I didn't really have time. And she was she seemed pretty keen to get back in. So yeah, I'll put some music over and enjoy this footage. after we'd finished with that, I just got off Maisie, and then I walked over to Karen just to ask her a couple of things about the day, because I wanted to know just kind of what we were going to do for the rest of it. And she was really helpful and everything. It's funny because Karen is actually, so in Golden Leaf, the supervisor is called Karen, and in Fairgrove the supervisor is called Karen, so don't get them mixed up. I promise you they're not related in any way. So yeah, and then I just walked over to the dorms, which as you can see have the bed sign on them, and yeah, I just walked over to the dorms and headed in for dinner and then games. So that was the Saturday. So then in the morning of the Monday, I came out and I was really excited to see her, and obviously they'd brought her back in and everything, and so she was being such a good girl, and they had tacked her up in the tack that I'd left yesterday so that she would be all tacked up and nice for me when I got down, which I definitely thought was super helpful. Then I went ahead and changed up her tack and then brought her out. And they do give you an option. They say leave your tack out, leave which tack you want us to tack them up in, and then they do that because they just want you to make sure that if you have like an early morning ride that you can just hop on because their tack is on. And they're brought up from the pastures, so you're supposed to be out by around 7, and they get bring up from the pastures around 5:30, and then they eat breakfast, and it makes sure that their tummies have time to settle so they don't get colic. And yeah, it's a really good system that I definitely enjoyed over my time there. And so yeah, then we were off to do some warm up. So on the Monday we did warm up, and then for the rest of it we did trot up, which I don't have any footage of because there were so many people there and I just didn't think it was fair to film it. And not gonna lie, I was a little bit embarrassed because it's a bit, uncomfortable. And so I just headed down to the warm-up ring, which is pretty beaten down, but everyone loves it, and headed down and then started to do my warm-up. So I hope you enjoy the footage from that. after this, I just walked her out, and I left her saddle outside, so that I could go ahead and go clean it, because then you have a little bit of a stable management session, which again I did not film, sorry. I will film these. I promise that the Thursday and Friday videos will be so much better. It's just because it's the Saturdays, Mondays and Tuesdays are always a bit odd because you're kind of settling in, but the Thursdays and Fridays and the Sunday, which I probably won't film because it will just be me packing up, but maybe I will. So the first thing that I did was I came out of my dorm and I just walked over to Maisie, and I was so excited because it was cross country that day, and I absolutely love cross country. It's my favourite discipline, as you may know. And so I just walked around to Maisie, and she was looking so sweet, and she was all ready for me, just in her pasture gear, looking as sweet as can be. And yeah, she just looked so cute. And so I just walked around to give her a little pat, and she was just looking so cute. And I just wanted to check her blanket because it looked like it had a rip in it, but it didn't, so that was good. And then I just popped on her bridle, and I just chose this really nice brown one, not bridle, halter, and it has decoration bit on it, and I love bit decoration on halters. I think that it looks really elegant. And then I just brought her round and was super excited to get started on cross country. And I did decide that day that I would take her to a different place to get tacked up, because I wanted to kind of do it separately, because cross country tack is always a lot like stronger, and I find it a lot less easy to put on, a lot more difficult to put on, and so I tend to just like to put it on when I'm going to have quite a lot of space, because no one else was tacking up in the area where people usually tack up, either next to the trailer or on the fence, and I just decided to go to the fence. And then I later realised it was because I was very, very late. Like usual, I'm always late. And I was super late, and so that is why everyone else had already kind of headed down to cross country. But yeah, I just headed over and made sure that she was comfortable, and then I started tacking her up. And I just decided to go for this really nice yellow cross country set, which I think is really pretty and nice for cross country. And so I'm now going to share with you what we did in that. And this was honestly like my favourite thing. I did have to speed it up a lot because I realised that without the sped up footage, this video was 42 minutes long, and I was not ready to upload that. It's still 31, but it's okay. And so, or 31 at last check, I'm not sure after editing. And so I just brought her down and was super, super excited. And there was a girl who was heading down to cross country, and we just had a quick chat because she was talking about cross country and I was talking about cross country, and we just thought we'd kind of have a quick chat because she was in the same position as me, but she was like, she had a really, really, really fast racing horse, and so they just sped off after a little bit because he got agitated. But it was fine. See, there she is. She has like a super fast racehorse, and she was kind of just running behind me, and we were kind of just talking. And then she sped off on her super fast racehorse, and I was left like, oh my gosh, because it was incredible how fast her horse was. Not even gonna lie, it was insane. And then after this, I just hopped on and started riding her down. And so I'm going to add some music, and I hope you enjoy some footage from our ride. And then I'll probably pop back in for a bit of the cross country. Enjoy. I was so proud of her with cross country. She did things I never even thought that she could do, with those jumps over the bridge, and it was just incredible, and I was so proud of her. And not even gonna lie, a little bit proud of myself, because I had never done something that hardcore, and I'm really glad that riding camp pushed me. I really hope that I will go next year and hopefully have a great time. I think there's a summer one which my parents are considering. I really want to go. I think it's really fun. I think it's in, I can't remember, I think it's in Silverglade, which would be great if it was, because that's a really lovely place. But so yeah, I just let her rest for a little bit because she had a little bit of a shake. And there was a point where I was very worried that she'd gone lame, because we clipped over the fence, you know, the 3 fences where you have to, we didn't get the striding correctly right, and then she kind of jumped over and then completely just lost her balance and then kind of hobbled like on a trot, which I don't think you can see in the video because it was very sped up. She like hobbled a bit, and then I was so terrified, and then she just suddenly picked back up, and we checked with the farrier and the vet, and it's completely fine. So that's a very big relief. Again, I'm so sorry for the quality of this video. I promise you it will improve on the Thursday and Friday vlogs. It's just because they're always a bit crazy on the first couple of days. And so I just went ahead and brought her in, dismounted, and then took her in. And then after this I went down because I was so excited. So this was on the Tuesday. I was so excited because we actually got to go and do, drum roll please, people racing. So instead of horse racing, we all had one of those like little like horses with like the sticks and then the horse heads at the end, and then we like, it was great. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, and maybe you could even consider subscribing. That would absolutely make my day. I hope you have had the best day you have ever had, and yeah, goodbye. So I also just wanted to say a really quick thank you to Kiera Eventing, or Peggy SSO, for her like undying support. It's actually been like, it's really like motivated me to continue making them, and she's just so lovely, and we've been chatting a bit, and oh my gosh, if you haven't seen her new realistic roleplay channel, go watch the video. It's so good, and you may even find me featured at the end. Ooh. Not really, but yeah, I just wanted to shout her out really quickly, even though she really does not need it. She's incredible and is growing her channel so fast. I'm actually so proud of her, because it's, yeah, I just really love her, and she's so lovely. And yeah, go check her out. Go check out Peggy SSO. Oh my god, Peggy SSO. Kiera Eventing is a kind of more realistic roleplay channel, and then Peggy SSO is a more SSO channel. And so yes, go check them out, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.